Come, give me some unholds. I'm fairly confident I can fight groups of around 6 unholds at this point. Especially if it's these northern mountain unholds. We can make some armor piercing resistance upgrades. Oh, Ciliosaurus got an infection. Lucky. Wasn't there a temple at Sommersborg? Nope. I'm sure I'll pull through. Ancient ruins, let's check it out. I do have a... Where is he? A falcon. So what is worst case scenario going in here? It could be a lot of ranged fighters. I think let's go for kite shields. Arcos, thanks for the follow, buddy. 54 is still pretty damn good for melee defense. Yeah, those numbers look a lot better now for range defense. 37, 29 is a touch low. Who's got the 29? But he's got the heavy armor, so that's alright. That's nasty. Unlucky Ciliosaurus. Range mushrooms, don't need that, I don't think. Let's see what's in there. I'm hoping that this is the place we got the tip about. What I really don't want to fight is goblins with archers. 27 could be undead. It's undead. Where's that falcon? Let's see what we're dealing with here. Oh, that's very doable. We stay, we fight, slaughter undead. Now, unfortunately, I got the kite shields instead of the heaters, but oh well. 2, 3, 4. In this case, though, I doubt, though, we're going to get a legendary because the tip said that their leader wore the most glorious armor, so I think we're looking for a group of raiders. I think actually when I'm going into a fight blind like this, my frontline lads with their kites, I could actually have taken out their daggers and given them a heater shield in their backpack. Because like now they could have just moved forward and swapped shields. Everybody is 5 melee defense down now on the front line. Is that a normal flail? I could swear that picture of it looks a bit differently. Is that a named flail? No, I'm sure it's a normal flail. I can die. Actually, that was silly. I'm glad that missed. Trevor's going to go down there, and hopefully from that spot he'll be able to disarm that fallen hero pretty consistently. It's yeah, underwhelming that tier 3 crossbow damage is by comparison. I mean, I know it's a zombie we're shooting at, but it just shows you how fucking amazing those thrown weapons are. Ooh, another flanged mace. Nice. Was it a winged mace? Either way, I need it. Good job, Samo. I can get him. Fuck this. Throwing weapon time. Burning bush, throwing weapons. So hope I can get rid of that Nocta and still move Trevor before the rest of these zombies catch him in melee. I do not want any of my lads taking too many hits from that big axe. That is legit scary. Worth noting that there's another padded kettle there, but fuck that, we got bigger concerns. I think it's probably worth... Yeah, if I can smash this dude with this warhammer. He's going to the south. Nice damage, Cobra Beast. I can go 3 tiles. 1, 2, 3. So as long as he's on that spot. You know what? That's actually the play. Yeah, invite one of these heroes to take that position. Get him quadruple surrounded. Oh. 1 shot or 2 shot? 1 shot. Fucking hell. I've never seen an Nachtzeig get 1 shot before. That's a first. That must have been a headshot that took out that Nachtze in a single go. And I really hope that there's going to be named variants of those heavy throwing weapons. Imagine even more damage. This could be perfect. Come on, one of you guys take that position. You know you want to. No, not quite. Ah, okay. Who's the target here? Yeah, just kill these little Nachtzes. Ach, Nachtzes. Wiedegangers. Oh, decapitated. Sparrow 4, do you need to go to your shields? You do, but there you go. Proc Berserk. Quick hands, use that. Good lad, you'll be fine. This dude is the target here of these fallen heroes. That is 3 fallen heroes together. I shouldn't actually underestimate that. Let's get some reinforcements down there. Primarily Sealand with his throwing axes. I think we'll make pretty short work of them. This is so good. I mean, don't forget the fact that we just trained up a bunch of our lower level guys and are now taking this fight on. This should be like 250, 300 XP. Excellent. Oof, good damage. Oh, and that damage. Craziness. Nom nom nom. Yummy XP. That one's already down. I mean, it's taken us a few turns, but he's going down quick. Just wonder if he'll be an obliging zombie and stay down. Yeah, burning bush needs recover. This is by far the biggest fight we've taken. What was this, 27? They're doing it, boys. Good shot, Razoric. I was thinking, who do you reckon will get the most kills? It almost seems obvious that it would be Trevor Belmont, but maybe not, because he's spending a fair amount of time having to disarm. And when he's disarming, he's not killing. Like, Creeper Jack is doing serious damage with this bash of that flanged mace. But then so is Ruskar. Oh, good dodging. And also, I think you shouldn't underestimate the consistent damage of that tier 3 fighting spear, because it hits most of the time. For fuck's sake. The after battle report will make for some interesting reading, I think. That little boar spear, I need to replace that. That's just not cutting it. Headshot, fuck. I hope we get legendary. This feels like it might be legendary worthy. It's certainly a big enough group. But I reckon without any necromancer and without any ghosts, there won't be a legendary in here. I'll be thrilled and surprised if there is. See, 68%, 66%. Oh, I could just break his shield. 66 is fine. Oh, he's a champion. Yeah, look, Sir Casimir the Defiled. That is a named flail. Ooh. I just realized the little skull next to him there. Champion.
And there was much rejoicing.
Actually, let's not celebrate yet. We haven't got that weapon yet. Oof, ouchie. You're right, it might be. But the thing is, the tip we got was for armor. So if I get named zombie armor, I'm gonna be fucking annoyed. Because the zombie armor, its weight, its fatigue to armor ratio is gonna be terrible. Let's go ahead and disarm this nerd. Fuck, I think I fucked that up. Pretty sure I fucked that up. Yeah. Off with the head. Oh, look, there's a skull there as well. I'm not very observant, am I? Not known for my observance. Yeah, he's got nimble and 50 hit points. He'll be able to take at least 2 hits from that. Not too worried about it. And there's plenty of lads that can swap him out. I'm gonna remind myself.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
There you go, nail him. And besides, there's a guy stood next to him that doesn't have a shield, so the AI is far more likely to attack Ruskar. We'll see what he does, but I bet he'll attack Ruskar. Nope. Okay, fair enough. I was wrong. Let's get him out of there. But Trevor Belmont is just wading through the battlefield, just decapitating zombies. Stay down, damn it! Well, it's okay. George Warhammer is right there. We'll swap him out. Close. I'm going to make it interesting for you lads, for your viewing pleasure. He's fine. Okay. But now I worry that he's attacked so many times that that weapon is going to be damaged and we won't get it. Ouchie. Shitberto, hang around the sides. Nailed him. That's definitely a named flail. I'm pretty sure my only flail guy died though. But a spanker. Ooh, spanker. This particular flail seems even more terrifying due to its unique characteristics. So 25 to 55 is pretty bad. Pretty good, actually, I mean. Weapon skills build up one less fatigue. The 124 against armor is pretty good, though. Chance at the head plus 10. It's a fine weapon. I don't have any flail specialists. But I can pick it up before he raises the next turn, I think. And honestly, as good as the weapon is, I don't think I'm going to justify making someone a flail specialist just to use it. As good as a flail is, if I get guys with actual stars in melee skill, I would much rather have them use other weapons than the flail. Oh. Got my legendary. Oh, one more hit. So who did the most damage? Trevor Belmont with 855. That's, I've never seen a number that high before. That's easily a record. Anybody else come close? 1,000 for, oh, of course, he's doing 300 a hit. Fucking hell, he broke 1,000 damage. Crazy. And we got another great axe and some decent loot. And the padded kettle, awesome. Six kills, really good. Oh yeah, the other reason I like the padded kettle over the nasal helmet is that the nasal helmet is -2 vision, whereas the padded kettle is only -1. Actually, 56 at level 4. Not great. Overall, he's not great, but he's a tailor. Hopefully he'll have other advantages. Who is carrying that flail? Splitter. Here's the... Yeah, that's nice. We've got, there's 1, 2, 3, It's just 3 so far. We have a fourth? I don't think we have a fourth. We've got 3 so far. I should actually imagine giving it to Creeper Jack. He wears nothing but legendaries. It's a spear tank, mace, spear, torturer, dagger, sword, spear, mace, sword. I could pivot Burning Bush into being a flail user. But honestly, he'd be better off with a greatsword. Mace, crossbow, hammer. That would have been great much earlier on in the campaign. Look at his hit points. Fucking hell, what a beast. Warhammer, 126. Okay, so... who's the other lad who I gave taunt to? It's Takeba Beast. For the boys on the outside flanks, I'm actually not crazy about taunt, because who they're going to really, help? They're going to help someone there. Maybe I do give him taunt, though. He 100% needs recover. He doesn't need underdog. I think I'll leave taunt. Berserk. The decent, solid lad. I mean, if you look at his stats, arguably I should have made him the melee specialist, but I mean, a 67 melee skill at level 11, he can't use the flail. He has to have the spear. Otherwise, he's not going to hit fucking anything. Okay, so we're not going to find any unholds, are we? We're just running around in the open now. It's kind of cool that we can reasonably feel like we can run into most of those ruins without too much concern. Money's looking good. I'm pleased. Druid's Grove is where we're going. Alps, Unhold, and Hexen. Some Reavers, many Chosen. I don't think I want to do that. And the way they're making a beeline for us suggests that they are fucking strong. Once I have a full group of 11s up front, I can start taking on those champions like that. But multiple champions, whew. And game's crashed again. Game keeps crashing. I'm going to make a note here. I need to revalidate the game files and install the mods. Hang on, so start. Noted. Where are we now? Is this... okay, it's just after the battle. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think for him I wanted Recover and Berserk. Yeah, you're right, people, yeah. I really don't want to cancel this mission, though. I'm still holding out hope that I can find a group of these somethings. But it's just my own fault for not paying attention to the mission type, the exact mission type. When I accepted it, I could have sworn I was accepting a hunt down the spiders mission. But this is This is super frustrating. Actually, Burning Bush, why am I bothering giving you a hunting bow when you've only got 5 vision anyway? Well, at least there's a spare winged mace for Cilia Sodus now when he needs it. Gotten distracted here. I could give him a kite shield for range defense, but then he's got fuck all fatigue. Oh, but he's got to recover, that's fine. Oh, whoopsie. Coffee break. Thanks, Andre, for reminding me. Kind of thing I tend to forget around here. Hashtag production quality. Actually, Forest Roman is another Mace Raider. Awesome, so I'm going to have 3 Mace Raiders. It's fucking great. Creeper Jack should actually be... Yeah, he can also use a 2-handed flail. Mace, I mean. Could put him back there. Oh yeah. Move forward, bonk. Like, the amount of spear specialists, though, is a little frustrating. I don't like these spear guys. I really only, had them around because I needed bodies on the front line, frankly. Why don't we just keep heading south? Keep exploring, hope we can find some unholds, Hexen. It's day 174, we'll give it another 2 days. If we don't find what we need, cancel the quest. I'm so concerned about... relations there. Sommersborg. How do they feel about us? Everyone's cold. I'm worried that if I fuck up a mission, especially a noble mission, that they're going to go to hostile. It says I've been recording for 28 minutes. I really hope I didn't have that coffee break thing up for 28 minutes. Fail. Oh, hey-oh. Monster tracks. Unholds. Yes. 11 is a piss load of unholds, though. That's more than I want to fight. I think if I pull them into that ruin... That's much more doable. Do I take on the 11 unholds? I don't think so. I think we pull them into that ruin if they follow us. Actually, if I can fight them in the forest, that actually... I don't know. It's the mid-level unholds. 11 is like double what I want to fight. I think it's too risky. I don't have Cilia Sodus, who's one of my better guys, available. Level 8, level 10, level 11. I think this is way too risky just because of how disruptive they'll be to my lines. Like, it's a pity it's such a big group. And that they're not chasing us. Whoa! Unheld Graveyard, awesome. Fingerbones like fallen totems. Thighs hewn free of the knees as though foresters had set upon a gloomy work. Curved ribs scattered across the earth like they were under a shipwright's appraisal, and the skulls, tottering on the wedges of jawbones, held up like animistic abodes of shamans, molars the size of shields, and any man could crawl through its eye sockets. Looking past the unhold skeletal remains, you find plenty more fanning out into a valley. The heaviest of the bones stay where their owner's breath had last ushered them, while the smallest of the sort have long since rolled to the very ditch and settled there in a wash of white wimpled with whatever flesh and fur remains. Nice fur. You've no reason to believe that none other than the Unholds themselves plotted their demise here. Violence is not in their shapes. They are sitting up or laying down in peaceful eternities. And indeed, Kritikoi points out a great giant which seems to have recently laid itself to rest. It is nestled into an earthen nook with its hand wrapped over its knees and its head tilted on a shoulder. It watched the sunset and will do so for many years to come. Not that you care. You order the men to fan out and collect what they can. Some of these bones or pelts or what else they've brought could be of great use to the company. The fur is great. I think we need one more, and then that's enough for an unhold armor attachment. And then we've got 2 in storage, so just one more of those and I can make 2 more armor attachments. Right, food. How are we for food? 2 days. I've got to head back into Horn. Nope. See many skirmishes. That's doable, but again, that would be a forest fight. Fighting goblins is horrible at the best of times, but fighting them in a forest, you will never hit their little archers. Okay, the ancient temple. This gives us... I'm not going to read all of this, it takes too long. We'll go in. A flask of blessed water, let's do it. Okay, so a flock of birds are in a field when a hunter comes along. The hunter draws an arrow and he yells out as though in pain. A few birds fly up. And the hunter kills them. More birds fly up. The hunter kills them just as well and he begins to cry as he collects their bodies. More birds fly at the sound of him. The hunter's crying and killing. You can hardly knock arrows fast enough and he has to pause to wipe his eyes. One bird turns to his friend and says he should go console the man. What does the bird's friend say in return? Never mind his tears, watch his hands. Yes, correct. Might as well see. From me all comes to being, from me all shall be in the end. When man crosses the earth, I follow in his footsteps. Dust. Sweet. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That's going to help us so much now. So, let's go... I want to have these things on hand. Just in case we get surprised by a bunch of ghosts. Someone does need to carry... I need at least 1 iron will potion though. See, also, I must remember with Samo, I keep forgetting to switch between the noble sword and the scimitar. In fact, I'll start him with a scimitar just to remind myself of that. The holy water flasks are basically grenades that throws blessed water. So, best case scenario, you can kill up to 4 ghosts, or I don't know if it works on other undead. I'm pretty sure it works on vampires as well, but I've only ever used it for geists because geists are such a pain in the ass. So, costs 4 AP and builds up 20 fatigue, inflicts 20 damage to hit points for 3 turns, all of which ignores armor. Has a 33% chance to hit bystanders at the same or lower height level as well. It's incredible against undead. Oh, dude, what's the matter with you? Get the DLC, it's amazing. We're gonna support these guys. Overhype. Fuck. Such a good developer. I love them. So what's in here? Some ancient auxiliaries, an ancient priest, a few ancient honor guards. Like something like that, rest of no return. I would look to take that down when I have like a fully kitted out squad, like all level 11s, and I would only like bother risking to clear that out if I knew there's a legendary in there. There probably is one in there, but without a tip I'm not going to risk it. This fucking mission. Okay, 6. Okay, there we go. We have to fight that now. And mustn't forget that tilted tombstones needs to be cleared out. Okay, so I want to try a theory. What I've been told here with how the hexen work. Apparently, if you put your highest resolve person up front, then that shouldn't try to... She should try to mind control someone on the front line. So 51, 50. I just want to make sure I've got decent resolve up front. Like 47 there. That's a touch low. And remember to be super careful with dogs. I'm going to use the battle whip to hopefully disarm someone if they get mind controlled, and we can use the bludgeon to stun someone if they get mind controlled. Is there a wooden stick on somebody? There is. I think I probably want Cilia Sodus in this fight. Okay, so wooden stick, disarm. And there's a bludgeon here as well somewhere. Oh, there you go, bludgeon there. This is still scary. It's always scary fighting a hexen. But it's only one, thank goodness. Don't get into that fucking swamp. Okay, good, we're fine. That's interesting. I've never had a setup like that before. These lads are going to struggle to get down from there. We just got to run at them, I suppose. I'm going to try and get an angle with Eric the Red. If he can't be seen in that bush, hopefully he can get into contact with that hexen. We found a witch, man. We burn her. How do you know she's a witch? She looks like one. Oh, if you could have one-shot her there, Sealand, I would have been so fucking happy. Get her. Bitch. Almost everybody is getting their resolve increased though, so most of my frontline guys should be at around 60% or 65 resolve. They're not going to be that easy to mind control. Oh, resisted. Get resisted, bitch! Okay, but that you can't resist that. That's fucking annoying. Ah, so you still can't shoot, reload, shoot again. Should have known. Ah, missed. Gash, it's an interesting one. I haven't used it before. 33% lower threshold to inflict injuries. But don't attack her. She's got a wart. Do you pressure up like this? No, no. A bit. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Trevor Belmont's are totally my best one. Who's got a disabling? Well, hopefully he just uses the whip and they won't do anything to us because we've all got armor. If he switches to, if he quick hands his to his cleaver, then oof. Oh, yep, that's a cleaver. Owie. Ah, see, taunt would actually be good. I'm pretty sure taunt would stop her from using her spells. Let's test that. Right, kill that fucking witch. Thing is, I have to stun her though before I can do anything to her. She's just gonna keep on fucking mind controlling and bullshit. Berto. I mean, typical. She would mind control my one guy who has the highest melee skill. That's typical. Fuck off. But I see there she didn't go for the lifelink thing. Don't know whether it has a cooldown or not. Fucking die! You fucking bitch. She's supposed to be a witch, not fucking Sirio Forel with a ridiculous melee defense. This is fucking stupid. Kill her. One shot. Nice. What do we get? Mysterious herbs. So Mad Chemist, the Lone Wolf one is an interesting story, or I'm looking for background. But it's one that appeals to me probably the least, I'd have to say. I mean, it's awesome to be able to just, you know, own these guys from right in the beginning, but... yeah, I don't know. I'm so confuddled now. Fucking stupid fucking bitch. Fucking hate witches. Alright. He needs to be in the middle, right? You are there. Shieldbreaker. Where's my other Shieldbreaker? There he is. Eric the Red. Definitely want Silius Sodus on the front line. He can go, let's say, there. Forrest the Roman also needs to be leveled up. So who can we have sit out? Probably my level 11 tank. Then who's the next best for holding that flank? 36 is a bit low. 44. Like that. And then Forrest the Roman can go there. That'll do. How's Resolve looking? It's looking fine. Okay, someone's not using a crossbow. Who should be using a crossbow? Probably Burning Bush, I would say. Yeah, and then switch to that. Good lad. But again, only 5 vision. Oh yeah, a company of pure hedge knights. If you can pull it off, that's friggin' ridiculous. Well, the thing is, with a company of full hedge knights, you delete anything, never mind just orcs. It's a pity that his fatigue is so low here. Because otherwise that's quite a nice little setup there. I'm fairly certain there's another wooden stick kicking about here that's not being used. Note to self, hang on to another wooden stick. Not a dagger, a spare dagger. There you go. Finally we can hand in this thrice be damned quest we've been given. Bone plating, yes please. Bolts and arrows, not particularly. So what am I missing here? Direwolf pelt. Do that one more for bone plating. And the thing is, even if you aren't hiring actual hedge knights, if you're just hiring any old background and turning them into hedge knights, it's you know, commensurately difficult to find guys who can actually be hedge knights. But before the DLC came out, that was usually what I was aiming for. Just getting a group of 7 hedge knights up front, and then a bannerman in the center back, and then 4 archers. Thanks for the follow. Now, I'm loving this peasant background. It's so good. So this is the master giving us an apprentice. Of course we'll take him. We'll see what he's like. Come, give us 3 stars in range skill. Only 1 and 39. It's too low to start. Sorry, Hakon. The road. There's no place for you here. There is a question whether any of my shield breakers would want to ever use this great axe. I don't think so. I think if you look at their stat lines, they are probably better off just using the fighting axe and shield or Dane axe. Yeah, with only 12 melee defense. He better be an optimist because he just got, you know, given away and then fired instantly. 1-1, that's a decent price. I'll take that. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's fine. So I've got. Actually, I'm never going to use the footman's armor. I might use that and that, but I'll never use any of that stuff. 320 is too much for tools, but I feel like I have no choice. I don't want to just get guys killed. It's going to ruin everybody else's morale. Okay, Thorben the Brawler is huge. The Shepherd. The Fear of Beasts. I might hire him. Greedy though. Hate for Beasts. Swift. No, none of these guys are any good. And the guy who's huge is always tempting with extra damage, but the lack of defense is typically a problem. I mean, the Shepherd maybe could become a decent ranged fighter. You can always, he gets rid of the fear of beasts by defeating enough beasts. It's 350 gold to take a punt on him. And didn't pay off. Now, do any of these guys get extra resolve? Maybe there could be a sergeant. Brawlers get resolve, don't they? Anyway, I just need someone with decent resolve and 2 stars, just like that. This could be our guy. Heavy armor, so he can hold a flank at the rear. With his 2 stars of fatigue, let's see here. Resolve 2 stars is 4, so he'll get 40. That'll give him 80. With fortified mind, that'll give him up to 100. Not as high as I'd like, but I think he'll do for a sergeant. His range skill is obviously Garbo, but I like the +5 range defense as well. Right, to the name list. Whoever is going to be our sergeant. How about a page 1 name that was given to us a long time ago? Number 35, Elandarion. Elandarion. The heavy armor wearing sergeant. Weapons wise, maybe I can make him a flail user because he'll get like +28 if I give him gifted. There's melee skill, that'll give him 81. Why not? A heavy flail sergeant. And then he can use the bitter spanker. Though, how am I going to get him in here? Forrester Roman, it's almost time for him to start going to the front line. White. Could do with another pike, and I still need to buy another two-handed Warhammer. My Warhammer guys are almost ready to go to the front line. There's kind of too many frontline lads now that need to be in reserve to allow the new guys to still be in the back line. Creeper Jack. I'll tell you what, if it's a particularly easy fight, then Loderak can just swap with Elandarion. If we're fighting zombies, then Elandarion will get to be able to fight. Give us another tip. Northeast, not far from here. Yeah, 52 minutes. Let's take a little break. So any new classes? What do you mean, Duck? Yours classes as in classes that I've come up with, or like backgrounds, like any new of these? I think there might be. I think there is a Beast Hunter, which is a new one. The Beast Hunter gets extra ranged skill and melee skill. It sure is, yeah. And I'm keen to get there because I've never in the almost 1600 hours that I've got now in Battle Brothers come close to doing either of those things. So I really hope it's going to be this run through. I hope it's going to be these lads. Just hand this in here at Sommersborg. Bear in mind, I still need to get my hands on 3 more ranged fighters. I'm going to have loads of reserves. I'm going to have to do some firing eventually. Excuse me, not firing, let me correct myself. Issuing a noble retirement plan. And I think the first person to go is going to be, where is he? Vexwolf. He's really not turned out to be any good. His defense is okay, but that is about it. In fact, Vexwolf can sit out and we can get George Warhammer in there. Because George Warhammer can hold that flank again, and then I can put that axe in the center of the formation. That's way better. I'm short a helmet of some sort here. I don't think you can hire a cultist. I don't think they count as lowborn. I mean, they don't fall under the lowborn category, but there is a whole other background for them. So if you go to the character backgrounds on the wiki, there's a lowborn tab, which is Beggar, Brawler, Butcher, Cripple, Daytailor, Deserter, Farmhand, Miller, Militia, Lumberjack, Houndsmaster, Grave Robber, Grave Digger, Fisherman, Miner, Peddler, Poacher, Ratcatcher, Refugee, Shepherd, Tailor, Vagabond, and Thief. And then there's other backgrounds called Thief, which includes Beggar, Refugee, Thief, and Vagabond. And then there's Village as well. And okay, so all of the village backgrounds fall under lowborn as well. Well, at least my sergeant is eventually going to be able to use this full helm. You know what? Even for a sergeant, let's just chuck him in the heaviest armor. If he has 0 fatigue, that's totally fine. He'll just stand in the back line and stab with the pike once a turn, once he gets to fight anyway. He has to stay alive. $345, that daily rate is climbing. They all get along, I think so. Yeah, thanks, Mad Chemist. 65, I'm quite pleased with that melee defense. Ooh, hello. This is the same tip we got the last time. To join a raider camp hidden on the hills to the southeast. In the next episode, we're going to go after that. 100% we're going after that. Ooh, 250, I need that. Same lads as last time. What have you got for us? Greenskins. Marauding greenskins. Village backgrounds only, good lord. I really want to find that raiders camp though. He said in the hills to the southeast. I hope he doesn't mean altar of the ancestors, because that has a bunch of fucking scary stuff in it. What I really need is a quick patrol mission for me to go in here to this graveyard, get a bunch of zombies, and then get paid. Okay, it's been almost an hour. Quick little break. When we come back, we're going to kill these marauding greenskins around Holschlag and then see if we can't find that raiders camp.